I'm the only one that was on Will Smith's side.
I don't, dude. Will Smith.
I'm on an island by myself.
No, you and Will are there.
Yeah.
Not his wife, just Will and I. She threw him under the bus, the bitch.
Oh God, it's worse than that. It's like when you get into like the nitty gritty of that stuff, it's real embarrassing. Like Jesus Christ, Will. Like you need to tell us your side of the story. I need one of those Barbara Walters interviews where he explains himself to me because I can't figure that guy out anymore.
I want my friend T-Mart to lend Will Smith a golden retriever.
It was a laugh.
To make his apology video.
Yeah, it was a gold.
Hey guys,
It's like I am. No, what he's signed.
You don't want to
like,
make Mr. Bigglesworth sad, do you?
I want to have Trevor back on the show. I really like Trevor.
That was like the South Park where he's like the rubbing his nipples like we're sorry.
The
Oh, do we have
one.
your CS:GO money? I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, they're like adding onto the house in the background. I think that dog passed, which is really sad. But I think I saw.
I totally forgot about that. I remember when that like drama was going down and everything. Like Trevor made a video. And I'm pretty sure Syndicate was just like, new video with a zombie train today. And it's like, oh, that may have been the right move. Just forge ahead.
I remember this really well. Trevor was taking it on the chin pretty hard. And Syndicate, I think, was already on vacation. So he didn't see any reason to like insert himself in the line of fire. He just continued to enjoy his vacation, if I recall correctly. Oh, Kyle's having tech issues, I guess. But yeah, so in hindsight, I feel like Trevor's famous for that controversy, and people forgot Syndicate was even a part of it.
People forget that. I think that's definitely like memed, right? To high hell is that photo, but I definitely think people tie both of them to it. People definitely forget the other, like the amount of actual like I'll call them like run less than safely Counter-Strike gambling sites, among other things, that were rampant in the streaming world is insane. Like there are so many streamers, both current and past, that did all of that and then some. So it's just like the internet's got a short mind, right? Or short memory. And so it is literally the truth about being canceled is you can't get canceled if you just don't let it happen. So like if you just don't do it, then like it's okay. Like that's eventually people will forget, move on, whatever. Like there is a time limit to that. So
I mostly believe you. I'm not sure who's the red pill guy who just got banned off everything.
Oh, Andrew Tate. I'm sorry. There's a different. You know what I'm saying. I'm not saying genuinely awful people. I just mean like. From the most part, you can really survive anything that the internet throws at you if you just don't care. But it's hard not to care.
A lot of people self-cancel. They do it all the time. I on the highest levels, like Al Franken, this is a long time ago, but he like gave up his Senate seat because he touched a woman's flak jacket boob. He didn't even touch.
He might have touched a little. We've actually went back and forth on this, whether he touched or hovered, and the age of the photo. It was just a bad look for a senator to like have an unconscious woman, and then you're like mock groping her at best.
100% agreed. Having said that,
photo op,
if he was just like shit, look, I get it.
Okay, do it, but no pics.
He was like, at the time I was a comedian, I was a bit of a dumbass. I apologize. Let's move on. And if he didn't self-cancel, he'd probably still be a senator.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I agree. Yeah, it's bad look.
Again, I'm not 100% sure if he's touching.
I'm not either, and that's the problem. I know he shouldn't be doing this.
There's one thing I'm certain on. This isn't a good look.
So this is something he should be doing with no pictures, just for the love of the game.
If any of us put a loved one in that like flak jacket, we're immediately upset.
Yes. Also, the thing I didn't realize at first when this happened, that's kind of a political opponent. She is a conservative reporter that has been no friend of Al Franken's. And now that she's in a vulnerable position, he's kind of mocking her. And
you know what would have been okay?
That makes it more evil to me.
You know what would have been okay? If he did this instead, like, I'm going to strangle you. That's okay. If he raises his hands up 5-6 inches and rotates them outward like he's going to strangle her, nobody cares. It's kind of like a why I oughta.
What if he did one of these?
That's okay too. He could have been like, he could have like photoshopped a black eye and like posed like he was boxing.
What I'm hearing is you're okay with violence, but not acts of love. You say
the world is much more okay with like some silliness as far as I mean. Look, we had the Three Stooges where these guys would goof around and make violence funny, but we never had the rape version of the Three Stooges where they just yuck and like fuck someone forcibly. Like that never happened. There's a big difference.
That does get rid of the levity of it.
Yeah.
Like whoop, 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 as he's like grabbing a woman's breast and she's not enjoying it. It's like, come on, like Curly,
she's trying to get away. She's trying to get away, but she's like spinning her feet in oil as she tries to escape.
She's slipping in oil. Pulling it back on a leaf.
Actually, maybe this is a good idea.
Yeah.
There's a semi-interesting piece of Trump news. So Trump was accused of sexual assault of some sort. I think he like forcefully pushed on a woman and kissed her or something. Whatever.
Moved on her.
I forget her name. I wish I could get it right. Anyway, he's the one she's the one where he famously said, really, me, her? She's not my type, right? That was his defense, that this woman's not his type. Having said that, she totally was. At the time, she was young, pretty, and blonde. But so she's not anymore. But at the time, this is a long time ago. And the statute of limitations, something happened in New York that enables her to sue him for this sexual assault from a long
the statute
time
of limitations.
Ago.
That's what they did.
So now she's suing Trump personally. And he's going to be deposed about it, I think. And he's going to, by the way, she has the physical evidence. I don't know what it is. Is it come on a dress or something?
Oh,
Trump could provide a DNA test and clear his name, but he hasn't. For years now, she's been doing this. She dogged him through his whole presidency. She dogged him through his campaign, the first one.
That's not to give those things any credence at all, but I see.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think he knows what's on the dress. So
is it a dress thing? Or I guess we don't know.
Maybe she's got a condom.
It's like Heinz ketchup that has his spit mixed to it. She's like,
this was his KFC family bucket.
Literally.
I just think it's interesting.
Dry.
He pissed on her, right? And it's like covered in pee.
I hope it's pee more than anything.
Dude, I hope it's really like it's a fork from a KFC because he's the only person who's ever used a fork with KFC.
Not even a spork. It's like, where did you even get this from the back?
Carol said he knocked her head against a wall, pulled down her tights, and briefly penetrated her before she swiftly pushed him off and ran out of the store. That's worse than my memory had.
What did he fuck her like a woodpecker? Like he was just on her that fast?
Briefly penetrated. I got the impression he didn't finish from reading that, but
you never
She makes it sound like he like attacked her cock first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Look, maybe he did. I don't fucking know Donald Trump, but I seems like politicians in particular get accused of this stuff a lot, and there's a lot of money to be made on both sides of it, like the accusation and books and all that stuff. So I hope he does get deposed though, because anytime he gets forced to speak, it's fun. And I hope he gets cleared of it though, because I have a lot of money riding on this guy.